Hey folks, today I'm going to be showing you guys how to get Checkra1n running on your Windows PC via Linux, and the application we're going to be using is QEMU to emulate a Macintosh. So let's get it. First, we're going to make a boot disk. It doesn't have to be a USB 2.0, you can also use a USB 3.0. First, we have to format a removable drive, and make sure that when you format it, it's on FAT32. The file system is FAT32. Make sure it's a quick format, and now we're going to run the application we download online called Rufus. Link is in the description. We're going to now open our image and format the program. Make sure that your settings matches mine. Don't worry about the errors, it won't do anything, just ignore them. This process is quick on my PC, but it could take longer depending on how fast your USB drive is. This process was about 3 minutes on mine. Once it's done, close it and eject your disk. Now we're going to check if our PC is up for virtualization. Open the run command and type msinfo32. PC is x64. If it's x32, this will not work. Also, make sure that all the Hyper-V is checked on, is all 4 of them. This tells us that virtualization is on. Close. This next step is for those who want to have both Windows and Linux at the same time. Open Disk Management. And find the letter of your main drive. I have 2 drives on mine, so that's why you see disk 0 and disk 1. You might only have disk 0 on yours. Click on your main disk, right click and click Shrink Volume. Since we're going to be running Ra1nstorm, you want to have about 64 GB free. I would recommend 80 gigs. I put the 100 on mine. Once you're done, reboot your PC. Make sure you enter the BIOS. For me, I have to press delete. If you have a Ryzen Gigabyte PC, this is how you check and make sure that you have virtualization on. For AMD, it's known as SVM Mode. For Intel, it's called VT Tech. I will have the link below in the description. Now I'm going to be booting Linux from my USB. And we're going to try Ubuntu. Not installed yet. Once Ubuntu loads, we're going to double click on the top left corner and install Ubuntu. Now this part is critical. Make sure that it says install Ubuntu along Windows Boot Manager. If you want to have a partition, if you want to have Windows and Linux together, if this part is not on, don't click on it. Because if you do, you will erase your disk. Now just finish the regular setup. Your PC will restart. Once it restarts, we're going to enter the BIOS again by pressing the delete key. Yours might be different. Now we're going to change our boot menu so that we could load Ubuntu first instead of Windows. At this point, you do not need your USB drive anymore. You can remove it if you get confused. This time we're just going to click on Ubuntu. We're going to sign in. Now make sure that you download the files that I have in the link in the description. If you don't, you can download them right now because you're going to need it. Download all the files from the GitHub website. And we're going to search for the terminal. This is where we're going to be executing all our commands. At the time of this video, Ra1nstorm had a second release, making it compatible with AMD better. So now we're going to go to our terminal. And we're going to give ourselves root privileges. If you don't have a root password yet, this is me creating mine. Press yes. This step is not necessary, but it's good in case all applications are not up to date. You must enter this command. If you don't, then you'll be unable to get the QEMU going. Now we're going to try to find Ra1nstorm through a command. So if you are unable to get the right command going, make sure you put the Ra1nstorm folder exactly where mine is. Make sure the path is the same. So right now we're going to be trying to find the right directory. That's what CD is for. Next, you're going to press LS to list the directory files. And now we're going to be running Ra1nstorm. So you want to have the Ra1nstorm files inside your downloads folder. Right click and go to properties, and when you go to permissions, allow other programs to be able to interact with the Ra1nstorm file. When you're done, just close it. You can double check to make sure that it's checked. Now we're going to use our command to get it going. Once you get to this screen, you're halfway there. You successfully got Ra1nstorm going. Now you're just going to be pressing next each time, and Ra1nstorm is going to be using its own auto installer to get everything going for us. Make sure you keep pressing next, and this will take a while, so just be patient. Now, if you do not have enough space on your Ubuntu, you won't be able to download the macOS. Once that's done, QEMU is going to run and you're going to have Clover bootloader. If you get here, then the installation was successful. It comes with a little instruction on the side, but I'm going to be guiding you through it. This part is important. By the way, you can exit out your windows by pressing Ctrl and Alt. That will take you off the emulator. We're now getting into the disk utility. And look for the hard drive that has about 34 gigs on it. That's where you should install your macOS. It has to have 34.36 GB. That's the size that Ra1nstorm that's a partition that Ra1nstorm set up for us. Name it whatever you want. Click erase. And now we're ready to install a macOS on it. Close it. And click on reinstall macOS. Click on the hard drive you just formatted, and this will take a long time. Mine was 15 minutes. On another computer that I did this, it took about 25 to 30 minutes. Once it's done, it's going to reboot, and now you should have another option on your right. For some reason, I had to do this 3 times before it actually ran on my Ryzen PC. On my Intel Surface, it ran the first time, which is why I keep saying that the compatibility is better with Intel. But that's just a Mac thing. Once that's done, just go to the regular setup. And there you go, you're done. From here, you just have to download Checkra1n, install it, and get it going. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I'm probably going to be showing and making a tutorial on how to actually use the Checkra1n app. I'm pretty sure there's many of them out there now. Yeah, so give me ideas if you want any other tutorial you want me to do. If not, subscribe and share this video. Thank you.